Hi, my name is Jimmy, and today we're gonna check out this demo of Cairn on Steam, but we're not gonna play with the music. Actually, we're gonna try to create a soundtrack based on what we've experienced in the demo. This is my first time launching the game. I have no idea whatsoever what the soundtrack is like, but yeah, let's see what Cairn's all about. So, I just started the game. Here we can see in the settings that the music volume is all the way to 0. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, here we are. I've just finished the tutorial and now we can get into the real thing. Cairn describes itself as a survival climbing game, and we can already see that it has kind of a comic style look to it, which is pretty nice actually. By looking at both the scenery and the character, we can notice that there are both natural and sci-fi elements, like the robot following you and the weird rod you have on your backpack, for example. That's interesting. It would be fun to have this balance in music too, with a mix of synthesizers and guitars. We'll see. Well, let's start climbing, shall we? Alright, I can already feel that you have to be thoughtful about your limb placement while climbing. I like that. I have to say it's pretty relaxing, but there's a little bit of stress when you're in a bad position and you can hear the character running out of breath while losing a grip, but that's a nice detail actually. I guess I'm going to lean toward a relaxing mood for the music, and since we are climbing mountains, I could try to adapt the music to how close the player is to the top. That would be nice actually. Alright, nearly there, and yes. Also, I think it would be a good idea to make some sort of variations depending on whether the player is walking and gathering resources or climbing, like when you start your ascent, music that would pump you up a little bit. Alright then, let's go again. It looks like there's also a day and night cycle. That's really cool. It would be fun to make variations between day and night too, but I think I'm gonna focus on what's important for this video. I don't want it to be too long. Yeah. Time to set up camp. Here we can see a bit more of the survival aspect. Let's rest a bit before going out again. Wait, that's how you rest? By doing push-ups? Alright. When I think about it, it would be a nice opportunity to make a track for the camp, but I'm not sure this would be super exciting to see. Here we go for the last climb. Man, I really enjoyed trying to find the best route and taking my time. It's pretty fun. I have to say, I'm wondering what the original soundtrack is like, but I don't mind climbing in silence too. I can focus on what kind of music I would imagine for the game. And just a bit more to go. Alright, we made it. I guess the huge mountain in the background would be our goal in the main game, right? Oh, a cinematic. Yeah, that might be the end of the demo. Yeah, this mountain is definitely the end goal. Cool.
Doesn't look so bad, does it?
Alright, I think that's it for the demo. I actually really enjoyed the game. That was pretty fun. I think I have a few ideas for the music, so I'm gonna try out different things. And yeah, I'll see you in a bit when I'm done. Okay, I finished the demo a second time on my own, still without the soundtrack, and started to work on the music soon after. First, I went back and forth between synthesizers and guitars for the chords, trying to figure out how to get a sound that was both natural and sci-fi, but still fit the environment. I wanted a relaxing and peaceful mood, since it's still the intro of the game, but still something to build upon as you progress through your ascension. So I settled on the guitar using the whammy pedal to add an octave above and sent it into a pretty clear delay, as if it was the echoes of the guitar coming back from the mountains. I separated the demo experience into different categories. You have the walking part, the camp part, and the climbing part. The walking part should be the most pure, natural, and relaxing sounding, and that's why I implemented a discrete piano that would come and go depending on what the player is currently doing. For the climbing part, I made a groove on drum and bass that would slowly fade in to stimulate the player a bit, while remaining mostly relaxing. For now, at least. I muffled the drum sound to avoid making it too invasive and stay pretty chill, and sent the snare into a delay for the same reason as for the guitar. And on bass, I played a very simple line that would complement the drums. On top of that, I recorded a synthesizer using one of my favorite presets that would serve as a melody, but not really either. It's a pattern that somewhat follows the chord progression but ends up turning around then, and even though it's repetitive, the fact that it doesn't always start on the same beat makes it not repetitive, if that makes sense. Anyway, here it is in context. While climbing, you have the option to rest and enter an orbiting view of your surroundings and take the time to think about your next move and so on. I thought it would be cool to have the groove fade away and instead have a dreamy feeling during those pauses. So I had everything disappear into reverb or even completely like for the bass, but instead the piano comes back. Now, after climbing for a while, you notice the sun setting, and it's a good time to build up camp for the night, kick back, prepare some meals, some beverages, and quote-unquote sleep till morning. And that's where I made a variation of the track specifically for the camp. I tried to go for a very natural, lighthearted, and road trip mood. I replaced the electric guitar with acoustics, played the bass in a higher register, and brought back the piano. Here's how it sounds. Something that was important to me was to make alteration to the music as you go up the mountain. For example, during the second route or phase, I don't really know the terms of mountain climbing, but I tweaked the instrument to be a little more present. And then, for the final climb, I wanted the music to become a little more emotional. The thing is, usually I know what the story is about, and it guides me in my composition process. Here, it's a bit tricky since I don't know the story yet. So I had to make up a story and a reason for the character to go on this journey. And I decided it was going to be a bittersweet story that drives her to reach the top of the mountain we see at the end of the demo, Cami. While keeping the same chords on guitar, I played a different progression on bass that would make the song feel more dramatic and hopeful. Furthermore, I used a tremolo and some distortion on bass to make it sound more electronic and less playful or cheerful. Here it is with the chords. Even the melody on synthesizer changed slightly to emphasize the new progression. brought back the acoustic guitar alongside with another twitchy electric guitar. And then you finally reach the top of your tiny, beginner-friendly tutorial mountain before discovering your true goal, Kami. So I made something fairly simple for the final cinematic, but I'll let you discover it with the full clip. Speaking of which, here it is.
Are you ready for Cammy? Doesn't look so bad, does it?
Thank you for watching this video. It was really fun to go into this soundtrack remake without knowing what the original music sounded like. After finishing the track, I went back into the demo and enabled the music, and as I suspected, it is mostly quiet during the climbing parts, and you are sometimes presented with this sea of beautiful sounds, and I think it's a really good idea for the game. Indeed, I like the fact that without the music you pay more attention to the character's breath. That tells you a lot about your positioning or stamina, for example. But I'm glad I made something that feels different too. Anyway, I'd like to try this again with another demo or even a full game I haven't played yet, so if you have any suggestions or thought about the music I made, let me know. And as always, I hope to see you next time. Take care.